Hi, Bernbert, it's CSN TV, back with my video, and it was reported on, or it was said on Wednesday night that Rangers were going to appeal Alfredo Morelos' booking on against Aberdeen in the William Hill Scottish Cup second round after apparently he was booked for diving. I'm sure if you've seen the highlights or you've seen the pictures, you can obviously see that Cosgrove or McKenna are basically got their hands around him, pulling him, and yeah, the ref didn't give the penalty and booked Morelos for diving, which most still can't get why, but anyway, it was appealed and it's been, or the outcome has been that Rangers have failed. So it basically means that in the next, the next season in the Scottish Cup, Morelos won't play in at least one of the rounds. Obviously, that's going to be a bit annoying, but I suppose it just means that obviously if it does go to replay or gets to replay, he'll obviously be able to play, or he'll get to play in the next round. And yeah, like I say, it's very surprising. I know Alec Ray has said his thoughts on Twitter. I know doesn't get it, I think, or I've seen a lot of people on Facebook saying that they couldn't get it. They don't understand why he's had the appeal been rejected. But if you kind of look at the bigger picture, or as a few people said, you know, it's SFA, it's a Rangers player, etc. You know, these are kind of things that we don't seem to kind of get help with or looked at properly. It's just been rejected. I think when you look at kind of games, for me, the Kilmarnock Celtic game at Rugby Park is definitely an example of refereeing or a ref not being or not giving a good level of consistency. If you've not seen it, I'm sure YouTube or someone will have it. The tackle Scott Brown does to one of the Kilmarnock players, the guy's basically feet are in the ground. Brown comes in and he gets booked. I think it's sometime in the second half. The ball's up in the air and Broadfoot tries to kick the ball. I can't remember what it said. I think it was Brown or someone, but anyway, kind of catches. But yeah, I think everyone, you know, is expecting the ref to do something, and yeah, pulls that red card, and everyone's thought is, you know, why is that a sending off when the feet are up in the air, but Brown's tackle is on the ground. You can go back to the Rangers game against Kilmarnock at Rugby Park. Alan, I think it was Alan Powell, catching, I think it was Scott Arfield, no, Ryan Jack, sorry, on the top of the head, gets booked. And I think a lot of fans, regardless of team, are saying that they don't find refs are consistent. They find that you could watch a game whether it's Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and you could get a ref that could do it well or has a good game, does what kind of needs to be done on the Saturday, or sends a player off on the Friday or Saturday kind of afternoon. Come the Sunday, a different referee is booking someone for the same challenge, and yeah, it's getting to the point where you know that some tackles anyway that a player either gets booked or sent off, regardless of the team, are more likely within 1-2 days are going to go straight to the SFN appeal it, and obviously I think it's more dependent on the team that you are, may or may not get off with it, and it seems that Rangers, I'm not saying all the time, but it seems that quite a few decisions that do get given are more likely will be chucked out. Like I say, I think the only one so far that I admit was, or I didn't expect much to happen, was McKenna and Morelos in the league game on, I think it was the start of March, maybe into February. That was something that I know a lot of fans had said on Facebook, etc., that they didn't expect that sending off to be rescinded. If it was more of if it did, it was fine, but like I say, a lot of people weren't expecting that decision to be changed. But I think something like this is something that, to basically call someone a diver when someone's basically grabbing and pulling a player and he falls to the ground. And what I think you could say that is annoying more than anything is, one is, if the ref's not seen it, why is he not in the right position? But two is, he's got an assistant there who hasn't seen it either, so you basically got at least two officials that you'd think at least one out of the two would have seen it, but for some reason, or typical refereeing, Rangers get nothing. We'll go for them, and yeah, you can see that. I think it was the start of this season when Rangers were playing Wigan in a friendly, and you know, no disrespect to Wigan, they had a okay team, but there was a challenge. I think it was someone like Taverner or someone, and Morelos went to basically help the player out. It was more what was that for kind of thing. Nothing really violent, or didn't look to kick the player, didn't stamp on the player, didn't push or hit the player, didn't try and go for a head, but Bobby Madden decides to send him off. And I said to some fans when he got sent off or after the game, was, if this is kind of the standard that we're gonna have for us, especially, we're gonna have players sent off quite a few times, and it's starting to look like it's starting to happen. I know a lot of people are saying that the refs, from different supporters, have said that they find that the refereeing's been terrible, and hopefully, kind of touch wood, that when the season does end and the new season starts, that hopefully there'll be a few, or hopefully half of the refs will be or do have a good job. I know that England's the Premiership, there's I know they've got goal line technology. I know they've got VR coming in next season, and there's some times when you think, I know loads of people, or half people, don't like VAR. I've always said that I think VR is good, but there's certain things obviously that need to be addressed. I think things like, 30 seconds or a minute to decide is obviously, I know a lot of pundits even said that they think that's not good. I know the Carabao Cup first leg with Tottenham and Chelsea, that was a thing as well. But I think, like I say, if you can get these things sorted and everyone knows what's happening, I think in a way VAR were good. I think things like the challenge on Tuesday could be addressed, and more than likely, whatever the decision was, most people would accept it, because the chances are that someone will have watched it or the ref will see it and would have seen obviously the hands around Morelos and the penalties given, but obviously the SFA will look at it as it's money to splash out. It could ruin the football and stuff, but if you're having these kind of challenges or decisions to make, and VAR could help or just give people an understanding of if it was a penalty or not. I think most people could accept it, but when you see decisions like today with Morelos booking, basically being told no, he dived, when I think probably the majority of Rangers fans at Ibrox on Tuesday night were saying that it definitely was a penalty, but it just seems like whatever happens, it's going to be a hard thing to make on whether to appeal or not. But anyway, I'll go on to my prediction. I'm starting 11 for Rangers Kilmarnock tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a big game now, and I think there probably will be changes. In nets, I think it's going to be Alan McGregor. I don't see a change in that position. I think Tuesday night McGregor did nothing wrong. Basically didn't have much really to do. The 2 goals, obviously, he couldn't do anything about, and he is someone that tries to get Rangers going. And like I say, I don't see him getting dropped for tomorrow's game. Back 4, I think, will possibly maybe be the same. I think Tav will probably be at right back. Goldson and Warren will probably be centre back. I've got fun if I think Barisic will probably be rested. I know he played, I think it was Friday night against Hibs, and then obviously played Tuesday night, so I'd probably expect to see maybe Halliday come in to left back. Midfield, I think will probably be the same. I think Kamara and Jack will kind of be more of the kind of defensive-ish of the 3, with Arfield kind of being more attacking. Up front, I think Kent will probably start. I want to say Candace, but I think I've got a funny feeling that Lafferty might be brought in just for something different, and plus it also gives a different option kind of striker wise. And I think up front's probably going to be Morelos. I know Tuesday he didn't really have much in goal, and I think against Kilmarnock he'll probably want to at least try and get a goal after not scoring on Tuesday night. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And what do you think of the Morelos appeal? Are you not surprised that the appeal had been stood? It was rejected. Did you think it was a penalty? Who would you put in tomorrow's game against Kelly? Leave it in the comments and I'll have a look in. Yeah, big thanks to everyone that's been watching. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. It just shows your support to the channel. And yeah, it just tries to get the channel kind of going. Hopefully we can get to 130 subscribers, and yeah, next video will be tomorrow night, probably after the Kelly game. But yeah, big thanks to everyone that's been watching, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, thanks guys, I'm out.